I think honesty matters here, and then we can move on. I want to come back to the Conservatives. When you announced this policy, the only fear was that prices were going up. It never crossed your mind that wholesale prices might come down, though they often do in energy markets. So you used the language freeze, and you never used the language cap. Now you've been forced to change. I think it would be just honest if you admitted that.
But Andrew, if you look at what we said back in 2013...
Did you use the word cap?
We didn't use the word cap, but we did say that Ofgem needed the power to be able to pass on price cuts to consumers.
Well, let me come back then, put that to Brendan. Let me put, what would be wrong, given that we know the Big Six is a kind of oligopoly, not a monopoly, but an oligopoly of companies that even your government doesn't think works properly, what would be wrong with having stronger policies to force the wholesale price to be reflected in our bills?
Well, I think the point you've just raised with Rachel actually is exactly the problem with having that kind of state intervention. What we saw from Labour was this nonsensical approach, trying to come up with a soundbite to fix a problem without going into the fact. What we need is more competition in the market, more people to know they can switch to drive prices down, companies to publish earlier what they're doing with their prices as they're buying wholesale energy early. And actually what we've seen is the danger of people trying to work up an economic policy without thinking through the unintended consequences.
So you don't think anything...
And that's the dangerous state intervention.
You don't think anything...
Well, actually, Labour's policy has held prices up.
I've asked about Labour to Rachel Reeves. I'm asking about the Tories, because last time I looked, you were a Tory. So the Tories have nothing to offer about speeding up the transmission of wholesale price cuts to retail price cuts.
Oh, no, quite the opposite. As I said to you earlier on, if you look today, what we've said is we should see that wholesale price come through quicker. It's one of the things the competition agencies are looking at. And companies who are publishing earlier, the answer that Labour are giving about let's fix prices now for the future has been proven to be a nonsensical approach and damaging to our economy.
So people are paying more for energy now,
thanks to Ed Miliband.
The point is, Digby, you've absolutely no idea
but neither
what
have
happens.
you. And you sit here with this alarmist stuff.
Digby, you're a typical middle-aged bloke who loves interrupting women. You just really just don't know how to conduct yourself.
Right.